the love of God can you just get to it?
Not until you prepare yourself. Because what I'm about to tell you will demand not only your attention, but your willingness to confront the aftermath in all its ugliness.
And guess what? She couldn't do it, y'all. And I like Nicole, I really do, but it's giving entitled, like, it's giving self-righteous behavior that's hard to ignore. And by the end of the week, I don't even know if I can trust her, Smitty or Jacob, to keep this theme together.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to In My Arrogant Opinion. This is a video playlist from West Harris where our ideas, thoughts, reviews, and unsolicited opinions about daytime soaps and other shows are shared. Of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. We've been watching daytime and primetime soaps since the 1900s, so you can trust us. This recap is going to be different, y'all, because honestly, I don't even remember anything else from this week. My brain just blanked everything except for what finally came out, the full truth about that night with Martin and his dream. The one he's been carrying around since February, when the show started, and that moment hit. Oh my goodness. It was well worth the slow burn. Like, this storyline, it's going to sit with folks. It's already vibrating on that emotional frequency that makes you feel it in your chest before your head can catch up. But I already know it's going to rub a good chunk of fans the wrong way. And let's be real, some people who probably use this as the thing, the excuse, the little nudge they've been waiting on to dip out on watching the show altogether. And to that I say, bye Ashy. But like, hold up. Let me remind those folks that want to jump ship because they're uncomfy. Daytime TV has always been about that fantasy reflection duality. Like, yes, the cheating and the power plays and the fashion and she has a secret evil twin who's back from a fake death after escaping a private island. Okay, we live for it. But also, it's always had the real layered in, sometimes buried under 10 coats of drama, but there, always. For example, currently on General Hospital, we are dealing with adult married business owner Brooklyn Quartermain, who we found out off camera that back in the day as a teen, got pregnant and secretly gave the baby up for adoption. Now her rival, Lulu, in actual GH history I remember watching, also got pregnant young, and she made a completely different choice. But the choice was hers. Dig that. The show literally didn't sugarcoat it. They let them choose. And that was, for daytime, especially bold. And you go back to the 1960s and 70s, y'all, a storyline centered around divorce, that was headline making. And over the years, they've touched everything: alcoholism, substance abuse, SA, intimate partner violence. Do y'all remember JT hurting Victoria on YNR, or Teenage Christina on GH? How she hid what was happening with her boyfriend from everyone, including her mob boss daddy, Sonny. But let's not forget, baby, Alexis is a Cassadine by blood. She came through swinging, or should I say driving, and they didn't shy away from it, or even pregnancy complications. They've showed it. Trauma, imperfect healing, power struggles, weight and beauty issues. Hello, Tracy Abbott. And on Days of Our Lives, Sami Brady, as a teen, was battling an eating disorder. A young runaway, Drusilla Barber, struggled with literacy issues. The daytime soap genre has always held up a mirror, not just a fantasy. So listen, that's why I love this Martin storyline, because I have never in my life felt so proud of him. Dead ass. Like, if I lived in the DMV, I would have voted for him out of straight loyalty to Anita Dupree. No lie. Like, this is your grandson? That's all I need. But this week he earned it. I don't ever condone violence, but also, you come for the people I love, my inner Helena Cassadine activates real quick.
Whereas, if someone had beaten my child, I would have rolled my sports car back and forth over his body till he was a bag of broken bones. Next time, you might want to leave matters of vengeance to me, or even to Sonny. Now, it's not your strength, Alexis. You're too cerebral to truly enjoy violence.
You touch me, you touch mine, you get what you get, period. And Kenneth and his little messy brother, they got it. All I'm saying is, Martin did what most of us would have done in that moment. Now, not going to the authorities, that's where people start feeling messy. And yeah, There's a conversation to have there. Some people, especially online, they love to act like it's always that simple. Like, just call the cops, just tell the truth. But if you know, you know. And if you don't know, there are lots of books and articles on it. Drop down in the comments if you need some recommendations. I am happy to share. Sometimes doing the honorable thing on paper can get you or your entire family thrown to the wolves. And the way all these men, Vernon, Bill, Ted, Elon, Marcel, even Joey, came together, closed ranks, covered it up. There's something beautiful but dangerous about that. The loyalty, the silence, the payoffs and quid pro quo. It felt like watching a myth unfold in real time. Remember that scene in Bill's office? Everyone gathered like it was a council of war. Now it hits differently, right? This whole arc is introducing this like moral fog. We need more moral ambivalence people, and we're living in this really chaotic cultural moment where everyone wants clean lines, right versus wrong, black versus white, no pun intended. But that's just not how real life works. Which brings me to Smitty. I'm glad he finally put Martin out, seriously. Like, I cheered. He's been too patient, too soft. Martin has been low-key handling him from jump. Not just about the secret, everything, the kids, work, Dupree, family business. He's been low-key condescending, and the whole time Smitty's just been taking it. So when he said, you leave, you can't come back, chef's kiss. Boundaries, baby, I love to see it. But them kids all up in their adult business, I was born in the 1900s, and that wasn't a thing. I don't care how dramatic it needed to be for the storyline. Ain't no way my mama would have let me sit there while she and my daddy were going at it. But some parents do, so it's real. No judgment to y'all. But I was like, go upstairs, mind your team business. I was stressed, but also that mess felt real. Messy parenting is still parenting, and some of y'all be forgetting that. Let me just say, riding team, Emmy, worthy, give them awards, all of them. And then Martin didn't go to a hotel. He went to Vernon and Anita's. I love that. I love that the place that felt safe wasn't his mama's house. Did y'all catch that, T? It was his grandparents. That tells me so much about the layers of this family. And honestly, I've been saying this. Why didn't they just make him Anita and Vernon's youngest child and only son in the first place? But I like my idea. That sounds so arrogant. I like my idea. Oh, but wait. This isn't my arrogant opinion. Since both Ted and Nicole are physicians, I imagine them getting married and having Martin right out of undergrad and going off to med school and Vernon and Anita basically raising him. But sidebar, if Smitty really stays honorable, like too honorable, I don't know if he can be trusted not to report this whole thing down the line. Like, is he going to nag Martin and us, the viewers, for 6 months about doing the right thing? I'm worn out already now. Bill Hamilton, I love this man. He might be a cheater, but Bill this week gave nothing but authentic Unk vibes. He came through for Martin as mentor, as family, as a black man with real world experience. He was speaking truth to law and reality, like being moral is nice, but sometimes it ain't safe. Legal ain't always just. Speaking of legal and justice, then there is Jacob. Because I'm actually not convinced he won't be the one to crack if he found out all the details. Y'all remember how torn he was arresting Danny after the wedding? He's giving me that cartoonishly honorable, I arrested my mother-in-law and I will report my own dad to internal affairs for a violation energy. Like, please, sir, turn it down. We're not in a Disney Channel original movie. And then there is Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson. Whew. Ted literally told her to get off her pedestal or high horse, whatever he said. It was accurate. Nicole is brilliant, but sometimes that brilliance makes her naive or too damn self-righteous. Like, she believes in this perfectly principled world, but real life, it has corners, it has shadows. So is she more mad about the cover-up or about not being told? Loki, I think it's the betrayal. Like, first it was Ted, then Danny, and Andre. Now this, everyone she let into her heart and that she loves keeps withholding the truth. That stings, which is why if she doesn't have a full-on breakdown, she should at least flirt with Ted's business partner. Y'all remember Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald? He been in the background all this time, literally. Can we get more of him, please? All in all, this week's episode was so doggone good. Like the kind of good you sip your favorite beverage and rewatch. Like I hope you all do with this video. Have you liked it yet? Please like it, share, and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already. Thanks. This week's Beyond the Gates was grounded in real emotion, real crisis, but without being preachy. It wasn't screaming, this is a moment. It just was. In that beautifully haunting way that storytelling should be. Feel free to drop reactions down in the comments. See you all later. And in the meantime, check out one of our other videos. We have several playlists for your daytime soap opera enjoyment.